So the first one I want to talk about is the straight body shape. So the straight body shape pretty much says what is what it says. You're straight down like this. So your waist might just come in a tiny bit and then it's back down, okay? So typically your waist will be 9 inches smaller than your hips or your bust as well. So it tends to be like an athletic sort of shape. So I would recommend go on Pinterest, Google, type in straight body shape, women or woman, and you'll see what comes up. And find celebrities maybe, or a style icon that you think is that similar shape, that's who you are, and see how they've styled themselves, because that would really help you. But in terms of styling yourself with it, you've got to think about the proportion from your top to your bottom. So your top is going to be the same as your bottom size wise. Your waist just comes in tiny bit, and then the rest is all the same. So everything has to look straight as well. So make sure that if you're wearing something slim fitting at the top, it's also slim fitting at the bottom, because otherwise you're going to look out of proportion as well. Also think about your waist. So that waist is actually smaller than your top half and your bottom half. So think about enhancing that waist. So previously we talked about shaping principles, and one of the shaping principles is accentuating your waistline. So look back on that video and think about how you can do that. How do you accentuate your waistline if you're a straight body type as well? Also think about how the clothing you wear fits. So the dresses that you wear, are they fitting you in a form-fitting way rather than a loose way? So if you're wearing a dress, I would recommend something that's like a bodycon dress, for example, or just a straight down dress. A nail line dress would be quite good because it comes in at the waist and just gradually drapes out. So anything that, if it's going to be loose, it will just lightly be loose rather than poof out. So what we don't want to do is make your bottom look significantly bigger than your top, because then that will just look strange on your body type as well. Also think about your belt. So if you're accentuating that waist, think about adding maybe a thicker belt rather than a slim belt, because what that will do, it will draw that attention to your waist and move away that attention from your bottom and your top being slightly bigger than your waist as well. So it will again bring into proportion. Can you see a theme coming through here? It's about proportion, right? With every shape that we talk about today is all about proportioning you, playing with the eyes as well, and making the eyeline make you look slimmer than you actually are as well. And also think about the ruching that you've got in your top. So we want to add curves wherever possible, i.e. we're going to add a waist, but we can also add curves at the top. So if you go for things that are frilly, that maybe sleeves that are a bit bigger and come out a bit more with some ruching, some interesting features on your sleeves, on your top half. It's a really nice way again to add those curves, because the thing with the straight shape is there's not many curves there. So we want to create an illusion of curves. So thinking about that V neckline as well. Can you add some accessories there? Maybe something that, quite an interesting necklace that's got loads of, I guess, round aspects about it. So I wouldn't necessarily go for things that are straight and very, static. I'd go for things that, like these, that have, round elements to it. You're adding those curves, you're making your shape look a lot softer as well. And also at the bottom, so you can add curves at the bottom. Think about your trousers, so maybe going for a wide leg, because you've got a straight shape, you can add that element of, hey, I've got a bit of a curvy legs, or just adding that element of, I guess, weight really. You can get away with it with this shape. So having a wide leg sort of fitting trousers, maybe experimenting with straight leg jeans or boot cut jeans as well. That would be a nice way to help, particularly if you've got very skinny legs. A lot of straight shapes have very skinny legs. Even when they put weight on, their legs are still very skinny. So it's a good way to proportion your legs with the top half as well, and your waist, and brings it all nicely together. So just to wrap that up, with your straight shape, think about where your body is proportioned. Make sure you're balancing yourself, proportioning yourself correctly using these top tips. and make sure that your top and your bottom are working together. So it's very clear that you've got, you know, a wider top, wider bottom than your waist. So make sure that waist is being shown off, that tiniest part of your body, and make sure that you're adding curves by, you know, having wider leg or adding ruching to your top half as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video where I'll be telling you about the hourglass figure.